Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, UDA is looking on everything after what police did, just to put a blame on Azimio la Umoja leadership as far as the issue of demonstration is concerned. These people were caught red-handed and they have been exposed to the international community. The media covered them, international medias, Al Jazeera, BBC, CNN, Voice of America, you can name them. Then local TVs and channels, and then Kenyans, then everyone who could take photo and the videos, they were totally exposed. Today they are looking for damage control, but in their fight for a damage control, they are ending up even exposing them more, themselves more to the public. It's even now getting worse. Yani wakati tunasemanga kwamba kifo ya nyani, siku ya nyani kukufa ikifika, miti yote hutereza. Indeed, miti yote saizi kwa UDA imeteleza. The UDA member of parliament, Kagusha, was on Citizen TV, what they refer to as is morning daybreak, something like that one, with Abdi Ayub Kadir. And he made some allegation that we had armed demonstrators with guns, and these guns was provided from Karen by some leaders in Azimio to cause mayhem. So they were the ones killing people. He also made another allegation that we have some politicians in Azimio who are using some police officers, now I say wrong police officers, to cause chaos during the demonstration. But then he was asked a simple question by Ayub Kadir. Can you substantiate what you're talking about to go on record on the camera? This question was asked 4 times, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 times, but he could not respond to this question. He ended up saying that Abdikadir might not get the answer that he's looking for. This alone tells you indeed what happened during the demonstration.
You have alleged that the case of Mlolongo, for example, that there are some protesters who were armed. Well, it's not first 3 hours, it's 7-hour standoff between police and protesters. I was there that whole day, but I was present.
But
let me just finish.
3 hours without police,
okay.
4 hours now with the police.
Okay. All throughout there was police presence. I was there in person. And it was after that they got reinforcements from Machakos and some from the flying squad unit of the DCI and even the anti-terror unit which was present, because I covered that 7-hour ordeal at the expressway. It's unfortunate, Honorable Kagusha, that you made your point. Allow me to ask you the question. That the expressway was damaged, Quickmart supermarket was also damaged, but not looted. I was present and documented. However, I've also documented cases of police killings, even with my phone. I have it here, of 4 who were killed by police. I mean, when you say that they were armed, I never witnessed any as such. I was on the ground for 7 hours. And these are innocent Kenyans who were killed by police. Where do you draw the line? And when you make allegation of these who are armed through the guns that are owned and recovered from current homes of people who you never mentioned, number 1, how do you substantiate that claim? Number 2, what about the sanctity of the human lives of the 4 people who were killed in Mlolongo in the last time that the opposition had protested?
Yeah, one of the issues that I want to point out, you covered for us Mlolongo.
7 hours.
7 hours. And we could see it on TV.
Yeah.
Do you know we were wondering what is happening? Because violent protests, people are destroying property. And they took time to destroy property. And we could not see police engaging them. And it was clear on TV. We could see it on your TV as you are covering. And I'm sure you also saw it with your eyes. And we were wondering, is there some kind of protest also from some of those guys there. And in fact, I'm one of the people who called upon even the police force that is around that area also to be investigated. Are you getting? Why is it that you allow those kind of destruction, that kind of destruction to go on without much intervention?
Well, okay, allow me to tell you the reason, and I want a specific answer to my question.
Yeah.
Police at some point had run out of tear gas and even live ammunition. Were it not for the reinforcement which came from Machakos and also from the flying squad unit. That aside, on the substantiation of the claim you made of the guns from which you said recovered from Karen homes and some used to plant amongst the protesters to be used by the protesters during the opposition-led protest. I mean, how do you substantiate that claim first? That is the question.
Without having to give a blanket condemnation of police, there are a few rogue policemen who are also used by the politicians to advance their claim.
In what way?
Because in the whole of this, some people just want to create a narrative of police brutality. And
that's not the question, because of time, because we need to sample the feedback. You made an allegation of the guns that were recovered, you said, from current homes of some politicians that were used during the protests by the opposition protesters. How do you substantiate that claim? Because there's an authority that checks over the firearms because it licenses. So how do you substantiate the claim you made of guns that were planted by the opposition?
I think I have already substantiated that. I have already clearly indicated that there are people in court already on the allegation of having illegal firearms, and some of them legal, and some of them were actually used in this protest. And
how do you substantiate? That's the claim I'm making, because you're not a court of law.
Is it not
you're
enough?
Not the independent authority that ought to be speaking.
Is it not enough, Ayub? Yep. Is it not enough that the police have intelligence, police have raided, police have made arrests, police have charged? Is it not that enough for you?
Okay, who is in court? Tell me who is in court for having illegal or legal firearm. Who?
Didn't you see people being produced yesterday?
Who are they? Okay, there are many. Oluoch, Maina Njenga, Babo Wino. Who are they?
What allegations were given on Maina Njenga? What charges were preferred against him?
But who is the authority that ought to be speaking about this?
Have you seen what Kindiki has said? Kindiki says, this is page 4 of Daily Nation. Okay. Have you seen? Kindiki says 23 firearms suspected to have been used in illegal activities were recovered in Karen homes.
Okay.
Is Kindiki an authority to you?
Well, you said that from Karen homes were used by opposition protesters, for example, in Mulolongo. I want the substantiation from Kindiki. Take it over from there. And tell me about the process from where that was taken, the guns were taken, but for the protesters to be used during the protest. That's
the kind of the kind of a question you're asking, you may never get an answer.
Now we are continuing with this Punchline discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. Members, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, Kagusha went to an interview unplanned, unorganized. So he was caught red-handed. What he did not know is that, or what he forgot, was that the man or the journalist who was asking this question during the interview, he was on ground covering live what was happening. That is something he forgot completely. Ayub Kadir was in Mlolongo covering demonstrations live, and he documented what happened. He had it even on his phone, as he told him that he still has the information. 4 individuals were killed by police officers, not a demonstrator, not any other person, but police officers. You talk about looting, there was no looting, but there was damage to one of the supermarket within Mlolongo. It was very clear. So Kagusha has struggled a lot to run away from the real question by meandering around with some kind, he ended up even answering nothing. That alone has exposed these individuals completely. This is the face of Kenya Kwanza. Look at that. So the entire issue of, oh, Azimio provided guns. These people made, gave an order to police officers to kill the demonstrators. That's what they did. But now you want to bring in who you say, oh, the son has 27 guns in the house. Those are the guns that might have been used to kill people. That's allegations. Or Azimio is the one who is providing, because most of these Azimio leaders work on a licensed gun. So when they collect this one, then they give to people, arm them to go and bring down the government. Remember the allegation Ruto made earlier that there is a plan, even gave a time frame when his government is being planned to be toppled. So this blame is going to Uhuru and Raila Odinga. Ruto is really funny. He's really funny. With all this, they want to bring in the issue of guns. They brutalize Kenyans. It is not selling. Kagusha, it has refused. I wish Kagusha would have met Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna in this discussion. It would have become a punchline of the day. I wish he was debating with Edwin Sifuna. Sifuna would have dismantled Kagusha so badly. But above all, Ayub Abdikadir pinned Kagusha down, and he had no any answer to this. To an extent now, he's changing the narrative to say that no, police officers were getting instructions from Azimio's side. That means he's calling them rogue officers who killed. So that means it is Azimio who was giving the order to police to kill. Is he making allegation that Ruto is not controlling the police, or IG Kome is not in charge of police, that Azimio have taken over and are the one giving orders? So you call for mass action again, you call police to go and kill. That is not selling. It is a dry lie. Sometimes you need to be smart even when you are lying. Kagusha was not smart enough. Because now, if it is so, then why is it that these police have not been arrested up to now? Why? If they were being used by opposition to kill people, then put a blame on government, why not arrested up to now? That's the big question. He cannot answer this. So you can see, they are touching everywhere. They want to touch everywhere. Look at that. Wanajaribu ni kutafuta vimakosa ambavyo havipo na vijisababu vya kiupumbavu that can't really help in any way. So all the allegations these people are making, they are fake allegations. They have been caught red-handed clubbing Kenyans. They have caused atrocity in this country. You talk about human rights, for them it's something different. They don't understand the meaning of human right. They understand the opposite. And that's what they have done. Use police officers to finish Kenyans. They have a squad now, it is operating in a civilian. And they're really dealing with Kenyans. So if there was the issue of gun, the gun that killed Kenyans, it was not a private licensed gun. It is a gun from the government, with the government bullet paid for by the government. Risasi ya serikali kwa ushuru wetu. Bunduki ya serikali kwa ushuru yetu. Yenye imemaliza Mkenya kupitia kwa orders from people like Gachagua and Ruto and IG Kome and Kithure Kindiki and the team. So they cannot run away from the truth. Kenyans knows the truth, and that is going to be the real truth. It will never change. Let them carry their own burden. You can't shift a blame and you think it can sell. It cannot.